a black neighborhood, they deal with racism so often in the day that they stress eat.
What?
Does that not sound right to you?
They're misinformed.
So, you know that there is never a shortage of nonsense on the internet. So today, I'm going to be reacting to a video which claims that racism is the source of obesity for African Americans or for black people. The usual videos by Amy Horowitz. So let's get into it.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
So somehow racism has the ability to change someone's metabolism such that the diet that the person is eating doesn't work the same way with someone who is not experiencing racism. Man, this is good.
The increase in obesity across the U.S. is troubling, but particularly in the black community, where obesity among black Americans is significantly worse than white Americans. I'm Amy Horowitz, and I'm here in Woketown, USA, to ask people why they think there's a higher level of obesity in the black community.
Everything has to do with racism.
I would call it institutional racism.
Eating could be a coping mechanism.
For racism?
Yeah, if they feel bad.
It's like depression based, so maybe the stress of racism maybe does contribute.
And black people deal with racism every day, and that leads to bad food choices.
Oh God, absolutely.
I don't know what to do.
You feel stressed out. What's going on? You okay? Okay.
So that white lady was obviously so distressed by the question that she's just hyperventilating. It's like she's having a panic attack from just asking a simple question about racism, about food choices. She's just freaking out because, oh my goodness.
Factor as well, which also ties into racism.
They're not being educated as to what is good to eat, what is not good to eat.
Yeah.
Then you're not going to be able to choose the right things for you, especially if you don't know about them too. There's a lot more in-depth stuff that predominantly like a lot of white people are more in tune with.
I don't know how to be healthy.
See, I got some weed I'm trying to roll up.
Oh goodness. So this is basically a repeat of the former video of black people are dumb. They don't know how to eat healthy. They don't have the information to make healthy food choices. Oh goodness. So even if at all black people don't know any of all those stuff, how is it racism's fault that someone doesn't know how to eat healthy? Or they don't even know where to get good food. They don't know where to get healthy food from.
Stop me at a bad time.
Yeah. No problem.
Honestly, the argument that you should, have individual responsibility when it comes to like any of the major issues that we face, and especially related to racism, is like completely ludicrous.
Individual freedom isn't truly like individual freedom if you're not a white straight male.
So I definitely don't think it's an individual responsibility.
If you say individual responsibility, is that coming from a white privilege and white supremacy?
100%, yeah.
They don't have any access to good food.
Yeah, they live in food deserts. There's no nutritious food.
Yeah, they're only like provided with really like bad quality food because it's cheaper to like manufacture, etc., etc.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, so another one, black people are poor.
There's more McDonald's there's all their supermarkets, it's all like Doritos and everything, etc., etc.
Do you think it's possible that corporate America was looking to destroy the black community and therefore put a lot of this stuff in there?
I think definitely under some administrations for sure. I personally could believe that. I really could.
Do you think it's a conscious decision by corporate America to destroy the black community by making sure they have all these unhealthy choices?
Yeah, I think it's possible. Could be.
I feel like where Whole Foods are, where Trader Joe's are, where like just bougie grocery stores are, they're all in white neighborhoods. All of them.
Yeah, like there's no Whole Foods there.
So black people cannot move from their houses to where they can get healthy quality food. They are just confined. Maybe they are handicapped, they're on wheelchairs. They just have to go into the trashy shop that sells horrible food next door. They can't go to a place where they can get healthy food to buy. I don't. Do these people, do they even understand the question they are being asked, or they just agree in that? Because Amy is already framing the question in a particular way where you either agree or disagree.
We're here in the heart of Harlem to find out if what we just heard is true. Is the obesity rate in the black community because of racism?
I think it's because of probably what they eat.
I mean, because of the way we eat, baby.
I have a choice to eat healthy or not.
You know, not making the choices to, I would say, like, to eat healthier.
Life choices, exercise, food choices. I'm not going to take that. Yeah, I'm going to think it's other things.
I just think people need to watch their eating habits. That's all.
And not because of racism?
Absolutely not. I don't think so. I think one has to take control of their own health.
It's also down to, the individual in the household and what they learn from the family around them and what they see around them as well. It's like saying we don't know what we're doing half the time when we're making the choices we make. In many instances, knowing the consequences in the long run.
People eat food and they like different food. Some people like that being on a diet, some people like running, some people don't. Individual choices.
That everybody should be accountable for themselves.
Do you think it's racist to say that personal choice?
Nah, it's not.
They said to me that saying that about black people is racist.
It's like saying black people don't have free will.
Black people don't have agency.
Exactly. That shit
Isn't that racist?
That's a little bit to me, yes. It's very weird to hear me personally.
In a black neighborhood, they deal with racism so often in the day that they stress eat.
What?
Does that not sound right to you?
They're misinformed.
Now, if they put a big hamburger place and you keep going to it and you gain weight, they didn't make you go in there. That's what I'm looking at.
Whose fault is that?
That's the person that's going in there. How are you blaming this guy that opened his business?
I'm fat. America's fat. What you want?
But you carry it well.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
If you go to a white supermarket, when you walk in, the first thing you see is fruits and vegetables. You go to a black supermarket, you walk in, the first thing you see cakes, cookies, and fat.
But is that because they know that's their market, or because
They know that that's their market? And us, white black people, have to be awakened to what's going on.
What are you gonna eat tonight?
I already had lunch, had some chicken and rice for lunch. Might just make some nice steak tonight with some rice again, protein shake, call it a night.
I'm doing a master cleanse right now. I took ownership of my weight and my weight gain, so you have to take ownership of your own health, your own weight.
Y'all doing some good stuff in Harlem, you feel me?
Not a race issue.
No, it's not. No, there's plenty of fat everywhere.
So there's a sharp difference, there's a stark difference between what the white people are saying, or those liberal white people are saying that is the cause of the obesity, and even what black people themselves are saying. So the black people understand what exactly is the cause of the obesity in their communities, and they are ready to take personal responsibility for it. But oh no, the goody white people wants to say we can't blame the black people for anything that happens to them. It has to be racism. We can't blame someone for the choices they make in their life. We can't blame someone for not eating healthy. We can't blame someone for not taking care of themselves. It has to be someone else's responsibility. We have to dehumanize people so much that you take away agency from them, you take away personal responsibility from them. You have to treat them, you have to see them like children, like people who cannot make their own choices. That's really bad. But what gladdens my heart is to see that black people actually understand these things, and that these other narratives are things that are just being projected on them without their own consent. So maybe some of these white people need to ask black people exactly what these issues are before making certain comments and just assuming that black people have no agency. So that's the video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Till next time, remain awesome.